Hello, YouTube! So before I continue with my regularly scheduled planned video of Empyrion Galactic Survival Top 5 Stargate ships, which is a mouthful to say, I would just like to say that my Stargate Network video, which is a pretty cool little thing that I've just recently found out about, is going to be up on Monday. It was supposed to be up today as the final video for my SG-1 20th Anniversary Special Weekend, but it's being pushed to Monday because I want to do it justice and not rush it out right now in the middle of the night when I'm recording all of this stuff for my Empyrion stuff. So we're going to put it up Monday, that way it gets a proper look at, it gets a proper overview, and it gets, you know, the attention it deserves, because it looks like it's being, a lot of hard work is being put into it, basically. So I don't want to just glance over it real fast and be like, oh, this is the thing, and then, you know, be done. So, thanks for your patience, and enjoy the video. Have a good day. Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival. Today, we are continuing the SG-1 20th Anniversary Special by taking a look at a few ships builds in this game that are Stargate related. Basically, my top 5, plus a few honorable mentions towards the end. Now, I do apologize for this video being late. Unfortunately, I recorded it the first time and the audio was garbage and horrible, and if the audio is garbage on a video where the whole purpose of the video is the audio, yeah, it kind of falls apart. I mean, I guess it's not the whole purpose. A lot of it's the visuals, too. But yeah, I'm talking about the things, so. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started with our list. Speaking of our list, what the heck am I standing on? This is number 5 on our list. This is the Pyramid Ship and Landing Pyramid Base. Yes, these do not come in the same mod pack. They are actually 2 separate ship builds that you can download. I will link both of them in the description below along with the game. But this is a magnificent build. I apologize if there's a little lag. My computer is not so good at handling these giant builds. So, yeah, it needs a little work. As you can see, there are a lot of, I believe these are flak turrets. Yes, these are flak turrets on the build. I have not added, modified, or changed anything about this build. This is completely stock. This is exactly what it is supposed to look like. Now, this is specifically version 2. There is a version 1. Ignore that thing up on the hill there. We'll go there later. This is version 2 of the Hatak. Well, excuse me, it's not a Hatak. It is the Pyramid Ship, the predecessor to the Hatak, more or less. And the base, which of course is armed with like 1,000,000 flak cannons, because defenses, I guess. I don't know. You don't really need that many flak guns, I don't think, to defend the base in Empyrion Galactic Survival, but it looks cool. It is a magnificent build. Now, let's get back down onto the ground here. Okay. Now, we're going to head on inside. Hopefully it doesn't lag too bad. Ooh. Oh, yeah. We got the shield there to keep the good air in. Close that up so we don't have to worry about it. Now, there is a little bit of a downstairs. There isn't really much down here. It's pretty open. You could expand, well, not expand, I suppose, but you can kind of add whatever you want down here. There's a little oxygen thing there, but there's not really anything down here. All the good stuff is up top. Up. This is sort of the tech room. This is where the majority of the equipment is. This is where, like, pretty much everything is. You got your constructors, your cargo boxes, your ammo boxes, which don't have much ammo because I only loaded minimal ammo into these things. Fuel tanks. We have refrigerators. Pretty much everything you would need in Galactic Survival. I think it's missing the updates for version 6 something or other. It's Alpha 6.52 up there in the left top hand corner. They added some new system for the oxygen, which I don't think this build is updated for. So most of these builds are probably not updated for the new oxygen levels. That is just creepy. But anyways, this is the hydroponics area. You can see there's a lot of plants. So if you're growing plants, you know, there you go. You can grow some plants. Up a little higher. This is sort of just a... well, there's not really anything here, to be honest. This is actually, I believe this is a... This area starts when you build it like this. By the way, that's the ship. Alright. Oh, jeez. That's the ship there. That's not the pyramid. This is the pyramid. This is where the pyramid stops. It was like this. Just imagine all those doors like that on all 4 sides. It closes up like that. These are ramps, not doors, so they're technically not airtight. I don't believe. It's more of an aesthetic thing, as you can see. That is the ship up there, though. And actually, when you land the ship, you have to line it up, which is kind of a nightmare, mind you. But if you line it up properly, you see there's this seamless transition right here. It's almost perfect. Where you seamlessly transition into the ship. And here's the ship. This is the first level of the ship. There's your warp core up there. Power drives everywhere. Some shutter doors to lead you outside so you can just kind of wander around on the edge of the ship for reasons. I fell in. But that's okay. We got jetpacks. So back up we go. Open that up. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of this area. So you got a constructor there. That's a constructor. You can build stuff with that. And up we go to the next level. That is a base core block, I think. Yeah, it's a core block, which is kind of what makes this your base, basically. This is sort of like the main control / lounge. This is the pilot chair. You can fly this. These do close. I just have them open because I think it looks better to be able to see outside. You can see up there, there's our number 4 and number 3 are up on that base. That base is not Stargate related. It is a separate build that I use in my games for reasons of funsies. It looks cool. And up to the last level of this place, which is well, basically this is just the living quarters. This is where Ra would have lived, because this is, I would say, based on his ship. Now you can see he has some magical anti-gravity bullshit going on up here with his floating pyramid thing up there, which is kind of funky. That's where we started the video, by the way, up on the top of that. This is the bed. Doesn't really have a whole lot of purpose. You can use it for stamina, but we're in creative, so we're not burning any stamina. But let's actually move this thing. It does fly, because this is a fully active ship. So this can move. This whole thing can move. So we'll hop in here, switch camera views, and switch to the free camera, which allows me to look around. So down there you can see those spikes. That's the actual landing base itself. You can see we're a little wonky, actually. If we switch this back, I can slightly edge that, so it's a little less wonky. There we go. So there we go. Basically, this is the base. It is now sitting on the pyramid below. Now, if we want, we can just kind of go and fly up a little bit. Now, we're just going to kind of sit there for a minute. And we're going to flop down this way so you can get an idea. That, as you can see, is the bottom. And I'm talking a little louder because these thrusters are going now, which is a little loud. But, that is the base right there. That is the pyramid base, and that is the pyramid ship. Now we're going to put this back down because it's loud as all hell. I have adjusted the audio to compensate. Hopefully it won't be too loud on your guys' end and not, drowning me out too much. That was the problem I had with the first time I recorded. I think it should be okay. But we're going to just boop. That way it is resting, so that way it doesn't use its engines. But, yeah, so that is number 5, the Pyramid Ship and Base, version 2. I will also link version 1 if you want to take a look at it. The only real difference is the pyramid is a little less complex. It doesn't have all these opening bits, and it is not colored like this. I think it is just like generic colored steel or whatever. So it doesn't really look quite as nice as this. This looks like aesthetically like it could actually be gold. The other one looked kind of like it was an unpainted version. So the pyramid's different. The base is basically the same, I think, on both of them, except that the base is a different color with version 1. But I will link both in the description below for your delectation. On to number 4. Alright, so have you ever wanted to take to the fight to the Goa'uld Death Gliders, or blow up some darts in the Pegasus Galaxy? Well, I've got just the vehicle for you. We have the F-302 Hyperspace Fighter. At least, I believe it was called a Hyperspace Fighter. That's what the wiki says sometimes. I'm just going to call it the F-302 for simplicity, but I believe it was considered a Hyperspace Fighter because I believe when it was originally prototyped, it was equipped with like a short little jump-ranged hyperdrive, allowing it for like a short hyperspace jump. But it wasn't equipped with like a permanent hyperdrive like much of the, the bigger ships like that one over there. But it did have a small hyperdrive, I think, but I'm not positive, so don't hold me to it. Now, as you can see, this is probably the most accurate in terms of color. I think the back looks pretty good. These are the two standard little thruster sublight engines, and I think this central part was a major rocket booster used to to have the ship take off from atmosphere to space. I think that's what that was used for. Now, this build is pretty cool, and it ranks, like I said, number 4 on the list. The reason, by the way, that's number 5 is actually because it is evil, and it's Goa'uld, and I don't like the Goa'uld, so no thank you. But this is a 302, which means it's a good guy thing, and it's ranked lower mainly because I have a major gripe with it because of the weapon choices on the fighter. It is not the weapons I would have equipped on the fighter, personally. But let's take this thing off. Ignore the thing on the top of the base there. We will take a look at that later. Let me just... Oh, jeez. Okay, here we go. Yeah. She flies pretty good. I think the guns are loaded. Yeah, okay. So, here's the thing. These are alright. Oh, they're loud. I'm sorry if that was really loud for you. But, yeah, there's something wrong with this game's audio balancing, I think. Because I've never had a game be this loud. But, yeah, so there's the missiles. That kind of makes sense. Now, this part I don't understand. Did you see that? Yeah. She's not equipped with railguns. She's equipped with pulse lasers, which I don't really agree with. I think she should have the miniguns at minimum, because it doesn't really make sense for a 302 to have laser guns. Maybe later, like maybe if they made like a F-302 Mark II or something and upgraded it with Asgard technology and like small light shielding or something, which I think would have been a cool, awesome thing to do. You know, just to upgrade the 302, give it like little mini shields or something, and give it upgraded weapons, but they didn't. That's okay. Would have cost more to build, so it doesn't make sense to have these laser guns, but, you know, what are you gonna do? It's pretty fast, quite maneuverable, it's quite entertaining to fly, also. Whoa, watch it. Okay, she's also quite maneuverable. Whoa! You can pull off some freaking, like, freaking Battlestar Galactica stuff up in this place, because it pretty much hovers. Now, we're gonna... But that is my number 4 slot. Let's move on to number 3. Alright, have you ever wanted to proceed through the gate, travel to other planets, but you're worried that the gate might be submerged or freaking in space? Well, here I've got the answer for you. Number 3 slot today will be the Puddle Jumper, or Gate Ship, as we're going to call it. This is a magnificent build. It looks very much like a gate ship. The only disadvantage it has, I mean, I think it's very accurate. The only disadvantage, of course, is game-related, is that these pods cannot retract, because, well, that is the nature of the game. It does not have that kind of a system in it. But it would be cool if it did, but it doesn't. So you've got the weapon pods here, which they use rocket launchers for the drones, because there are no real drone weapons in this game. Maybe with a mod or something you could add those in, but I don't think they're available. And then, of course, you've got the engine pod. The color could also be a little lighter. I don't think the gate ships were quite that dark of a green. This is like military-style dark green. This isn't really what the gate ships look like. But, you know, what are you going to do? Now, the gate ship, as you can see in scale comparison, is very big. I'm not sure if it was that big in the show, but that's how big it is here. Now, it doesn't feature a drop-down ramp in the back. It has a little bit of a metal lip here, and then this is the only inaccuracy, probably. And you have a back door, which is a manual door, so you do have to open it manually and close it manually, like such. You got some seats back here for your friends to hop in and travel on through the verse, if you want. Close all this up. You got all the technical equipment in here. You got more passenger seats, and then, of course, you got 2 controlled things, and then this is where the DHD dialing system for the gates would be, but we had a budget cut, and I had to take it out. So, I'm kidding, it wasn't actually there, but that, you know, makes sense, right? So here she is. She's currently, I believe, locked onto the base, so that way it doesn't drift off into nothingness. We're going to take off. There she goes. Ooh, she got some kick. The Puddle Jumper, I don't think it's faster than the 302. I mean, in this. It is a little bit louder, though, as you can hear. I think she's got bigger thrusters than the 302. So I apologize for the loud noise you may be hearing right now. She has, she does have missiles, which I've just reloaded. She has 15 out of 219 missiles loaded. Let's see if we can take out that tree. Whoa! Ooh, jeez. This isn't quite Space Engineers, so stuff doesn't get as easily damaged when you run into stuff. I'm not sure what would happen if you ran into something at like full speed. in non-creative mode, but okay, let's try to take out that rock. Yeah! As you can see, as loud as that may be, this is actually a very, very maneuverable ship, which kind of makes sense. Yes. But, yeah, so, I mean, it's a pretty cool ship. I think it certainly deserves the number 3 slot on the list. And I like it. I really like it. I honestly might use this in my own personal game just because it does look really cool and it'd be kind of cool to fly a puddle jumper around. So yeah, let's head over the hill here and head on to our number 2 slot. All right, on to our number 2 slot. Now, I ask you, have you ever wanted to live in the big city? No? Yeah, me neither. But would you want to live in the big city if it was a giant mobile city with shields and drone weapons? Basically, Atlantis? Yeah, I probably would. On that note, our number 2 slot. This is an Atlantis ship build. Yes, this is a capital vessel ship in Empyrion Galactic. This is a fully mobile ship. Doesn't actually feature any weapons on it, though. But that's okay. It's freaking huge. Let's just get on down to ground level here. Okay. Let's go on a little sprint here. Switch to first person, get a little bit of the awe. Look at the magnificence of this freaking place. Look at it. It really does feel like I said. I parked my gate ship right there, but I have it hidden on the other side of like a mountain range from the area where I was filming those the last 3 numbers. So it's kind of like hidden over here on the other side of the hill because it lags a little bit. So I hid it over here behind the mountain range so it doesn't load in until I come over here. But look at this. Like if you were just looking at that, would you know this is a ship? Like, look at it. It looks just like a big city. Like someone just built a big city. But then you look off the edge here and you're like, oh, we are not on the ground right now. We are floating over a forest. You can even see the engines right there. Now, these structures are not all empty, by the way. Some of them might be. I think some of them are empty, but most of them have doors and actually have stuff in them. So, like, we have a gravity generator there. They all have different reasons for existing. I think that's the underground. Oh, here we go. Here's something to look at. Oh, it's laggy. It's a little laggy. My game doesn't like rendering it. Look. Here's a fully furnished interior. You imagine how long it must have taken the people to make this. You can go up. Just hop off here and just be like, oh, hey, look, another furnished interior. Yeah, there's a lot of furnished interiors in this place. I think it probably goes all the way up the tower. Yeah, see, it's basically like an apartment building. There's just apartments everywhere. I would live in the penthouse, personally. But, I mean, to be honest, I'd probably just live in the gate room. Now, there is no actual gate room in this base. There is also no puddle jumper. I know that. Yeah, okay. I know I just said that, and that looks like strikingly looks like a gate. It's not. We'll go over there in a minute. But it's not a gate, okay? Calm down. Here's another furnished interior. This one has a lot of refrigerators and stuff in it. This could be the hydroponics. Oop, there's a down. Ooh, what's down here? Oh, is this the underground? Yeah, there's a whole underground section built into this place where you can like go underground and stuff like this. Just wander around. Holy crap! What are these? Oh, yeah, these are the RCS thrusters. You need these to be able to, or RCS controls. It helps you make the ship more maneuverable. And believe me, Atlantis needs maneuverability. It's a big-ass ship. So yeah, most of the buildings have stuff in them. I'm not really sure what they all have because I have really, honestly, not looked at them all. But wow, that's a bright light shining right there. Let's try and get out of here. Get lost in this underground. Here we go. Okay, so we're outside again. Now, I don't usually go all the way up these towers because there's a lot of them. As you can see, pretty much all of these buildings, I think, most of them have something in them. A lot of the ones, especially the ones connected to the central hub, they definitely have stuff in them. Some of these other ones probably just have like grav generators or something put in there. Like that one probably just has random stuff put in there for reasons of, hey, we need something in here. If you go in here, this is the power generation room. Yeah, that's a thing. Let's go up to the top here somewhere. Yeah, there's another one. And more. Here we go. This floor doesn't have anything on it. I think this is the... Yes, here we go. So this is the hub connection to the central control tower right there. So We're going to take a look at the central control tower. There's another gravity generator. You need those all over the place to get proper gravity. We're going to go down first because I said I was going to show you that thing that looked like a gate. There it is. That is not the gate. The Stargate, I mean, as much as it honestly does kind of look like it, doesn't it? That is actually a warp drive. That is what allows the ship to go into a warp. Or hyperspace, or whatever you want to call it. But it does kind of look like a Stargate, doesn't it? There is actually a Stargate in this game, I believe. There is no gate room as far as I know, though. Ow. Sorry, Callie, my little kitten just attacked my foot. Pardon that. Professional. I'm a professional. This isn't quite as professional voiceovers as the previous one because I am recording it kind of like in real time. You can just hop outside here and just like take into the awe of the freaking city. Like, just look at this place. It is huge. If I had a multiplayer server for Empyrion Galactic Survival, I would spawn this little one in and I would totally dig it. It would probably take some modifications to actually work, though. First off, there's no actual shields in the game, so that would make this a massively mobile damage target if you didn't have gun turrets across every inch of those outer edges. Unfortunately. Perhaps one day they'll include real drone weapons, and then you won't need it, and we can put massive shield generators to shield this whole ship, which would be awesome, although it'd probably lag a lot, because the particle coil effects on that shield would probably lag the crap out of the game. But one day. But there are no shields. I would totally put this in a server, personally, just for funsies. I think it would be kind of cool. This is a blank level. There's nothing here. Again, blank level, but you can actually pop out here again. This is another one of these outside areas. You can take a look outside. It is breathtaking, to just say the least. This is a very breathtaking view. I mean, I know it's a game, but there's just something, knowing that this is a giant base and not just like a massive mountain, makes it all the more breathtaking when you think about how long it probably took. I mean, they probably built it in creative, to be honest, but imagine how long it took them to build this. It probably took them ages. Another, room. Empty room. I believe the control is at, very top. We have a dual-sided control. There's a control on either side. We have these, which are the power generators. You can see we're burning through power quite quickly. I think this was filled. Actually, I'm going to refill it real quick before we take off. Like I said, we are in creative, so of course I can cheat this stuff in. There we go, 95%. And that was all that fuel. That would have taken, mind you, 999 fuel would have probably taken a little while to make. So this is a, she does burn a lot of fuel, to put it bluntly. So be careful. She does burn a lot of fuel. As you get, that's just spooky. Oh my goodness. Imagine if that was VR, I'd freak the hell out right there. I can't stand on things like this. I went to Vegas once and I think they had a glass floor and I stood on it. I'm like, oh my god, I have like a heart attack. They got these little chairs back here for people to sit and watch you pilot. But like I said, it is a fully functional capital vessel. I give it a second. It's attempting to switch camera views. Might lag. Oh, there we go. Bear with it. It's a little laggy. This is a really big ship. Yeah, the ground's all fudged up right now, but just ignore that. Just ignore that. It'll load. There it is. It's back. You can see our puddle jumper right there. The left part there, the left area, the left drone tanks right there. You know that those round things are where the drone launchers are on those end tips. The left one there, you can see our puddle jumpers just hanging out there. But like I said, this is a mobile ship. It can go in any direction. So you can see it can kind of just slide around. But obviously the city ships were not designed to fly in those sort of directions. It was designed to fly up. So let's fly up. And there we go. Probably could have more thrusters. But it has a lot, as you can see. And we're going to breach atmosphere with this baby because our #1 pick is actually in space. So we're going to go up there. And I'll come back to you when we find it. But this is my #2 pick, and I absolutely love it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, we're upside down. No, there's our #1 picks up there. Whoa. It looks funny next to the planet, doesn't it? Let's get out of Atmo there. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't the Stargate fan in you just having like a field day right now? The idea of flying your own Atlantis city ship. And it looks really good. Like, if you look at that, you would know. If you're a Stargate fan, you're like, that's Atlantis. Like, you just know. But, yeah, so that's our number 2 pick. And let's move on to number 1 and wrap this list up. Alright, so on to our number 1 pick with Atlantis just kind of chilling over there in the background of our image there. Have you ever wanted to go to war with the Goa'uld, the Wraith, the Ori, the anyone pretty much? Have you needed a warship to fight that war? Aside from that city ship, which isn't technically a warship. Well, I've got a ship for you. Oh, hello, we were a little closer than I expected. Let's go up a little bit. This is the BC-304 Daedalus class. Specifically, this is the Daedalus build. There is also a Odyssey version, which basically looks the same. I think the interior is a little bit better done on the Odyssey version. Unfortunately, my game, my computer just cannot handle the Odyssey version. It lags to absolute garbage. So I've went with this one instead. They both look beautiful from the outside, though. Like, just... But you know what's better than one Daedalus class? 2 Daedalus classes. That one's over there for a reason we'll explain momentarily. But just look at this magnificent son of a gun. Like, it's so... the nerd in me is just, like, having a day right now. Oh, whoa. That was weird. But it is a beautiful, 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 beautiful ship. Now, here's something I want to show you. There are 2 inaccuracies on this ship. Well, maybe more than 2, but for me, there are 2 main ones. First off, that hangar there is big enough to fit a Puddle Jumper, which I forgot to bring with me. It's sitting over there on Atlantis. It'll take me like 50 years to fly back over there, so I'm just gonna... You just take my word for it. The smaller hangar down here does fit a Puddle Jumper. It only fits 1, but it does fit 1. Now, the main hangar, as you can see, is a little unrealistic because it has the 2 doors. Now, I'm not sure if in the game there is a bigger hangar door than that one right there. There might be now, but this build may have been done prior to there being a bigger hangar. So this is the only hangar you've got for now. So we're going to head on in here and I'm going to show you something cool. We have our number 2 picks. Was it number 2? Yes, our number 4 picks, excuse me. Our number 4 picks. We have a flight of 8 302s docked in the hangar bay. This took a while to do because I had to spawn in all 8 and actually fly them in here because you can't really spawn the ships in without having a problem. Whoa, that lagged a lot. But yeah, so we kind of Atlantis poking out there. This is the 302 bays. The hangar bay can hold 8, probably hold more, but I mean 8 would probably be the most logical number to hold. As they would need, of course, to line up and fly out that door. Chances are, since the door is centered to the, or angled to the right, they'd probably all line up on this side of the hangar, and all one by one go to this side and fly out the door, since it's not just one big door. But, yeah, so it does fit all 8. Now, I advise, if you do download this, you make sure you have a real beefy computer, because my computer, or at least better than mine, because my computer, it cannot handle flying this 304 with 8 smaller ships docked inside of it. Like, it just craps itself. But let's take a look on the inside. There is, of course, an interior to this. I think that's a gravity generator over there to keep this area with gravity. As you can see, when you come in, they have a O2 and a health station, just for your acquaintance. Also, there are little gun turrets up there, so if enemies try to invade your ship, you've got gun turrets to protect yourself. So this is labeled 2 cargo hold and main corridors. Here. There's the cargo hold. Let's go back in the first person. Another gun turret, you know, sit right there. So if you walk through that door and you're like, you know, you're a wraith and you're like, blah, 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 I'm going to take this ship. And then this gun turret turns and goes, no, you're not, and shoots you in the face. Or something along those lines. So you can see this cargo hold has a lot of cargo boxes. So, you know, feel free to add some cool stuff. This is hangar 03. This is the smaller hangar. This one does fit a single Puddle Jumper. As I mentioned earlier, it also probably can fit some 302s, but I only tested it with a Puddle Jumper because I thought that would make the most sense considering the way the ship was built. This is the main elevator. Goes up to the main corridor. Now, the main corridor all the way down there is the lead to the other hangars. And then this is the armory, dead center here with the red door. This is where you would put all your weapons and ammo and guns and stuff. Like, for instance, let's, you know, we're just going to store away that debug rocket launcher that we don't need. You can just put everything in there pretty much. Now, something's humming on the other side of that wall. But anyways, so, down here, you've got this. Now, this is the elevator that leads to the rest of the ship. Goes up. Down here a little bit more. You've got this. I'm not actually sure what this is. I think this is some kind of auxiliary control center. I'm not sure if it has actual purpose. These doors, by the way, these ones with all this stuff, are doors that lead to areas that aren't actually, like, decorated. It's just here because it needs to be. So like these RCS thrusters need somewhere to go, so they put them in this room. But you have access to all of it. In case something gets damaged or blown up, you can go access it. There are gun turrets in these halls to prevent boarders again. So it is very well defended. Now I say this is like an auxiliary control because it does have a piloting chair where you can pilot the ship from inside here, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure what the point of that is. This is a floating sign. But like I said, what was I gonna... Yeah, that's the gist of this area. I don't think there's anything else on the other side. Let's take a look quick. I don't think there's anything over here. No, yeah, it just leads back to this area. I don't know why I ran all the way around when I could just run through there, but... Yeah, so that's some kind of auxiliary control. Now, in here, up we go. We have the engineering level, which opens on both sides. So, that side is the actual corridor. This is like the internal bit of the engineering, and just look at its magnificence. Like, doesn't this just, like, look so cool? Like, oh, it's beautiful. There's the warp drive, and then they've got this big thing attached, like, put up here. I don't actually know if this does anything. I don't know if this does anything, or I think it's just a display thing. Like, they just put it in here because it looked cool. It doesn't actually have a function, I don't think. But it looks freaking amazing, like it does. And these are all the little fuel tanks and stuff sitting down there. So let's go through here to the thing. Again, this is a hull access. This is sort of like outside, inside a little weird bit. So don't go out there. This is the actual engineering. This is where the Asgard computer core is. As you can see, this is the computer core, theoretically. There's the O2 tanks, and there's this big door that opens, and it just kind of... It's just kind of like a door to let you look in on the fuel tanks and the power core. So, you know, you can be sitting in here typing away on your computer like tap, 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 tap. And they're like, oh, God, we've taken a hit from a Hatak. However the heck a Hatak got through the Asgard shield tech like this, I don't know, but it did. Oh, God, we've been hit. Quick, are we okay? And you open this up, and it's just like fire and brimstone inside there. And you're like, well, we're screwed. But, you know. And that's the beginning of universe. Anyways, moving on quickly. This is the production area. This is where you can build everything. These are also constructors. All constructors, lots of constructors. If you played this game, you know constructors are important. There's like, I think, 6 of them in here. So you got a lot of construction ability. You can build things and 6 different things simultaneously, which is pretty chill. And then, of course, you've got hydroponics through here. This is another one of those red rooms. This is, again, this leads to, you know, sort of like nothingness. It's just out here. It's RCS thrusters and things like that. In here, we have hydroponics. There's nothing actually in the hydroponics. You would have to plant them all, but this is a hydroponics room. These are grow lights and things. Pretty cool. I don't think there was anything else down that corridor. Now, if we go this way, I believe there's the mess, which is pretty clean. I have to say, for being the mess, it is very clean. Bad jokes aside. This is a lab table, but it's probably doubling as a barge stand or something. You got all your little food processors. You got refrigerators up on the wall that are kind of hard to reach, but you can get them up there. You got tables, which are pretty cool, and of course you got like a window here to look out into the murky black and see the silhouette of the other Daedalus class out there. Now, again, I think, did I show you this? No, this is again just empty space. There is a door over there actually. I've never actually gone through that door, so I'm not actually sure what that door is. It's just a door here. I'm not sure where this goes. What is this? Ooh, what's this? Thrusters. Huh. I don't know where we are right now, but this is obviously some kind of internal bit that we don't need to worry about. You get a kind of idea of the scale. Like, you're in a ship, and in most cases when you're in a ship, it's just a bunch of tight corridors, but like, look at this. There's a giant freaking room in here. This is the ship still, like a giant core. Like, this is just a giant room. Oh my god, it is kind of hard to navigate in some of these areas though. So I best to avoid them at all costs. So there you go. That's this bit. Now there should be one more thing down here. Yes, here we go. You can go up farther, because it goes up even higher, leading to, this is the very top. Again, there's nothing in here. It's just the empty section. But you can put something there if you wanted. Open the automatic door. That's not automatic for some reason today. This is the bridge of medical levels. Come up here. You've got the medical room. Yes, it's got everything you'd need to cure, you know, staff weapon blasts to the chest. Well, maybe not, but we can try. And then you have the bridge, which has a shutter door. We are on the bridge now. Look at it. It's very well decorated. I would argue it's pretty accurate. It's a little small, probably. Oh, whoa. Hello, YouTube. Yeah, this is one of the background screens. Make that blue. There you go. Hello, YouTube. Oh, that was loud. But you can look out the window here. You can see the tip of Atlantis way out there in the distance. You can see the other Daedalus over there. That's looking down the neck. It's pretty cool. Now, I'm actually going to jump cut to the other Daedalus because this one, like I said, lags when you fly it. So we're going to jump cut to that side. Be back in a minute. Alright, so we're back. Let's hop in. Whoops, didn't mean to hit that one. Alright, so now we are in command of the Daedalus, as you can see. It's pretty maneuverable, considering how big it is. It looks pretty darn good from behind. Now, this ship is minimally armed. Alright, minimally armed. It's got two things of weapons, which I can't show you because I forgot to load this one with ammo. Well, actually, I can show you. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I need those. And, 150 MSL. Un momento. We don't need too much ammo. Get that up. Fill. It's got 5.8 millimeter bullets. Now, these bullets are actually specifically for those auto turrets on the inside of the ship. Okay, so reload these. Alright, so she's got two different weapons that you can actually fire straight off the bat. We're actually going to shoot our friendly Daedalus over here in the hangar bay, try and cause secondary explosions. We left the hangar bay open, actually. You can see she's real maneuverable, so that it's pretty fancy. So, she's got missiles. You can't really hear very well, but that. Now, this is combat steel on this ship here in front of us, so chances are damage will be... Whoa. Damage will likely be minimal at best, because this is, like I said, it's combat steel. It's pretty durable. But that's its first weapon. The second weapon is this. Pew! Hold on. Pew! 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 It's some kind of laser weapon. I'm not really sure what kind of weapon it is, but it is a weapon of sorts. It's the only weapons this ship has. Now, you could add turrets to it and give it basically railgun turrets. You could add missile turrets along the neck there to basically give it the feel of it's firing nuclear missiles and stuff at the enemy ships. But it's only equipped with these weapons. I'm assuming that is supposed to represent... I'm assuming that is supposed to represent the Asgard beam weapons, but I'm not completely sure. And, of course, you've got missiles, because, well, the Daedaluses did have missiles. But, that is the gist of that. That is our #1 pick. Now, we're going to go take a look at the... We're going to go take a look-see at the... what was it? The Honorable Mentions Graveyard, which is located over here at Skillen. Like I said, the ship is equipped with a hyperdrive. Or a warp drive, I think it is called in this, but we're going to call it a hyperdrive because we're, you know, Stargate nerds. That way. Now, here's the cool thing about this game. Technically, you can fly there in real time, I think. I've never tried this, but theoretically, you could fly there in real time. It will take over a year to fly to Skillion at sublight. Over a year. It's a long freaking time, isn't it? But of course we do have a hyperdrive. So I'll see you guys at the Honorable Mentions Graveyard. Be right back. And we are back in the Honorable Mentions Graveyard. Disregard that capital ship right there that is 473 meters away. That is nothing to do with Stargate. I used that to get here, to put these here, and then I didn't use it to go back. And disregard the Doctor's TARDIS over there. It's kind of gotten a little enlarged, and for some reason he parked it right in the middle of my graveyard. Perhaps it's a tomb or something. I don't know. But, so, these are my honorable mentions. We have, from left to right, we have a Hatak, a Goa'uld Hatak, a Beliskner from the Asgard, the Destiny, which is horribly out of scale, and a ancient warship. Yes. Now, the reason these are here is, obviously, as you can see by the colorization, these ships are not colored at all. The Assyrian or the Lantine/Assyrian warship over there should be, you know, like orange and stuff. This should have like a yellow center with a black outside, but it's all black. And then that one is supposed to be a black ship. Again, it's gray. Now, I haven't been on some of these ships because I didn't really bother to look at them because I wasn't going to use them, so I didn't really explore them all that well. I did explore Destiny a little bit, but Destiny is really annoying to navigate because it doesn't actually have gravity generators, because I think it was built prior to gravity generators being a thing in this game. So it doesn't have gravity generators. It's not to scale, for one thing. And it's kind of cool. It looks like Destiny. Like you get the shape, but it's not Destiny. So it kind of falls short in that regard. But yeah. So that's my honorable mentions, and thanks for sticking with me today, guys. And ooh, that's a good shot. Look at that. Thank you guys for sticking with me today. For sticking with me and watching my top 5 Stargate ships in Empyrion Galactic Survival. And unfortunately, if you've gotten this far in the video, I will put this here. I will be posting a second video to specify my Stargate Network video. Yes, Stargate Network, which is going to actually be my final video for my SG-1 special, is going to be pushed to Monday morning. I know, I'm sorry. But I want to do that game justice, and playing it right now, as I'm recording this, I'd have to record it after this, and I only have, like, I wouldn't have very much time, because I'm doing that thing again where I'm staying up super late getting a video done, so I can't film it today. I gotta go to work tomorrow morning again, so I'm gonna have to film it tomorrow when I get off work, and I want to do it justice, because it's got a lot of cool content in it, and supposedly, and I really, really want to do it good justice, so we're gonna have to wait. But, yeah, so, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye! Hey guys, thanks for watching my video today. If you really liked it, make sure to like and share it to all your friends. If you'd like to see more videos by me, hit up that subscribe button right there in the center. And if you'd like to see another 2 videos by me, there's, of course, 2 links next to that subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel in a monetary sense, hit up the Patreon link in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a wonderful day. Hello YouTube, and thank you for waiting till after the credits, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video in a little tiny text bubble. If you did wait till the after credits, I'm going to show you a little bit of a bonus thing that is completely stock and available in Galactic Empyrion Survival. Now, as far as I know, it's sort of a map building thing and is not available for just personal player construction while playing the regular game yet. But it is this. Yeah. It's basically a Stargate. It's pretty cool. It's a portal. It's called a portal. Now, as far as I know, you have to be in God mode, hence why I can phase through the floor like that. In creative, or maybe not in creative per se, but you have to be in God mode. I think you can be in God mode in any game mode probably. But you have to be in God mode, and then you can hit it to specifically select a location. So if I say Omicron, probably won't work because that's not an actual location. Let's try Outpost Omicron. I believe Omicron is a real place. Yeah, there you go. So it is locked. Outpost Omicron. It is now set. So this is a Kua. It is a temperate kind of Earth-like planet. Omicron, I believe, is not. So let's go on through. Woo! Oh, that was weird. Oh, ooh. Ah, And here we are. Omicron. Huh. Ooh, what's that down there? Ooh, there's an Omicron base. So yeah, see, it works. You can just teleport wherever. I think it puts you in like a centralized location on the planet. So as you can see, this is the planet we are now on. You can see there's Omicron's base there. It's like a little outpost. It didn't actually put us on the outpost. It put us way over here in the mountain range, but that's okay. So that's the planet. You can go across a lot of that, by the way. If you go to the sector map, you will see that we were here. this was Akua. That is where we were before. And now we are here in Omicron. So you can see it was quite the jump. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring an extra gate with me. So I guess we're walking home. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!